Welcome back to our third episode, second year of Tangled Blessings. This time we're doing year 2 using the Cups deck that we have separated. And we'll do a quicker recap than we did last time.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay, keep going.
Again, so I'm playing Elias Parker, so on and so forth. Last year, to kind of sum up Elias's first year, he had a tough time where he kind of showed that he was really good at something and then something went horribly wrong. And then he got injured and lost his magic and had a lot of self-doubt kind of following him through the rest of the year. And by the end of the year, he ended up going and finding his path again. And when the year broke for second year, he decided to stay on campus and practice and play around with magic more than going back and visiting his friends and family. Jess?
You know, it's funny because I remember the end of the last stream, we had a general theme that both of our characters came up with. And that was one for yours, that your character kind of went throughout this and had kind of self-doubt, a lot of internal self-doubt, right? And I'm trying to remember what the heck mine was.
Angelica's was...
Now that I'm talking to you, it's external self-doubt, right? It's not self-doubt. No. It's that the external world is starting to doubt her, right? Like the teachers, yes. The students. She believes that she's very capable. She knows that she's very capable. She is actually very capable. But the people around her are starting to question it, and that is frustrating for her. And that's kind of, I think, where the last 3 trials and situations have kind of pointed out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I got it. As you were talking and I was talking, it came back to me. I don't know. Was there anything else I had to say?
Oh, yeah. Who's your character again? Just a little snippet here.
Okay. That's fair.
She had a lot of external people doubting her instead of herself doubting her, unlike Elias, but there was a little bit more that happened that year, last year for her.
I mean, that's fair. So I guess for Angelica Thompson, in kind of a summary. So for those who don't know, I have a terrible memory and I'm trying to recall back my very own character of what we did. And it's funny because we did this all before stream as well. So in summary, I guess, Angelica Thompson, she entered this school year with the motivation to help her friend with magic and kind of learning more about magic to help her friend. And in that first year, she had learned that Elias in a divination would be kind of her rival at the end, and he would kind of win over her. And that was kind of her motivation to both take him down and be better. And kind of the other situations that have come up, she was partnered up with a fellow student who pointed out her flaws, or not pointed out her flaws. What am I saying?
The fellow student
lied about her flaws. Yeah, who lied. And he said that he had done the assignment and she was basically just a fake and didn't help at all, which was infuriating. And so she kind of did her own project and kind of tried to prove everyone wrong in a way, but mostly just tried to stand on her own. And at the very end, there was an infuriating teacher, I think, who was torturing animals.
He was the magical beast keeper, but more or less torturing animals and students alike, and just
and he kind of just was on her case, I feel throughout the first year. And through some sort of interaction with a magical phoenix, it kind of sparked her fire powers from her. And he kind of just claimed that it was just a fluke, or it was kind of stolen from the Phoenix and not really of her own kind of talent, that she figured these things out on her own. And so in a rage of him kind of dealing with some of his animals in the improper way, she released all of them and stole a bunny of his for herself. So I now have a familiar. Yes. Oh, I need a name for him.
You do need a name for your little familiar.
I kind of have, you know what? Let me see what the random generator says first.
Okay, so I have plenty of random name generators because I am horrible at picking out names. Is there a bunny on this list?
Do you get to specify like creature name generator?
I do have a fantasy name generator that has several fantasy genres in it. D&D, Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, like stuff like that'll just pop up a name. In that thing, there's an animal list, and there's different types of animals. There is no bunny on here. I think the closest would be rodent, technically.
I'm all right with rodent. That's fine.
Sunshine. That was the first one that popped up.
Perfect. Done. My idea was Zoot, Zoot, but I like Sunshine so much better. It's perfect.
Perfect. Little pet name for you. So
yep. Angelica and Sunshine the bunny. I also am trying to imagine a rodent type creature named Sunshine. Like, can you imagine like a mouse or a guinea pig named Sunshine?
Yeah. It's very funny because it seems like one of those paradoxical names where like people will name a really small animal something really tough, you know? But,
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I love it. It's funny because I was actually picturing like a white bunny. Very white hair.
I was too.
Yeah, right? All right.
But so at the end of that year, Angelica did what? And for year break?
So for the break in between year 1 and year 2, she went back home. She didn't stay on campus. She went back home and she mostly spent time at the hospital with her sick friend. And she actually broke the rules and showed her friend a little bit of her magical powers. She talked to her friend about it and showed her a little bit while she was out of school.
Just playing bad girl type character, breaking the rules.
It's funny because she's such a rule stickler for the most part. Like while in school, this is I don't know. This is the small tiny little rule she broke, even though it's a big rule.
Yeah. So kind of moving into our second year, just a reminder for everyone, seems me and Jess have not looked further. We haven't looked at any of the prompts. We haven't read any of the prompts. We don't know exactly what's going to go on, what prompts we're going to get. It's going to be a surprise to us as much as it is going to be a surprise for you, for everyone listening. So all we know this year is things are going to start to get darker and more horror-y-ish, I guess. Because first year was kind of light for us, actually. Like there was a few things where it's like I was maimed. Like we did go have the whole like animal alluding to animal torture and whatnot. So yeah, we don't know exactly what's going to come up. Please listen back to our first thing for all of the content warnings that could come up in this series. I think Jess, this year you're going to start because I started last year.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. Okay. So let's see. So the beginning of year 2, we're doing the deck of cups for the tarot deck.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Does it? Oh, yeah. Shuffle this a little bit. And I just want to read the beginning line of year 2 cups. It says, things took a dark turn as you entered your second year. All right. So if I remember the setup, we do 3 cards each.
Yep. So we're going to do one after another. So.
And I will go first. And I have the Page of Cups. What the heck is the Page of Cups?
Page is part of it's like the knight.
Ah, okay.
A page is a knight.
Okay. And while Kent is looking up the symbolism, it is a beautiful picture of, I believe, a young woman holding a cup with a goblet with a fish in it. And it looks like she is on the rocky side of the ocean. I see waves and clouds kind of in the background.
And what would be your major arcana?
And my major.
Because that is what the meanings come from.
Yep, but you're looking at the prompt, right?
I have not read the prompt yet. I will.
Okay. And my major arcana is the Tower card. Oh no, that's the bad one.
And I need a
It's
number.
XV1. So 16. For those who know tarot, the Tower card is like the danger, disaster, awful card.
Oh yeah, that is ruin, disaster, fear, distress, inevitability.
Great start. Cool.
And
All right.
it is very interesting because in the book, starting with this year, starting with the 10 of Cups, that page is all like a nice starry background. And so it's different. And like the page of Cups, they're starting to get a little bit longer, like several lines. So, ready for your prompt?
Yes.
Oh God.
Does it actually say, oh God? Or is that your comment, oh God?
No, that is the comment. You lost your reflection. At first, you didn't notice, but another student pointed it out to you. The student suggested your reflection has been stolen by someone wishing to impersonate you. And to lure it back, you'd have to steal someone else's to make your reflection jealous. Whose reflection did you steal? When your reflection returned, did it reveal what kept it away? Who stole it? And what did they do while impersonating you?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That is an interesting, because it's interesting because Angelica is known as a person around campus that she has bad rumors going around her, that like, oh, like she keeps stealing power, she keeps stealing credit for other people's work. And so like who would want to impersonate someone who has that kind of reputation?
Yeah. Okay, this is kind of what I'm thinking. I want to say that what?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about this prompt with the Tower card too.
Disaster and ruin.
Yeah, disaster and ruin. So like maybe it's since first year for whatever reason, like someone has been trying to sabotage. Someone knew instantly, like right away, that you were going to be a great mage.
That's what I'm thinking too. I want to. So my idea is that I think that within this school and among the students, there are a number of secret societies. And I want to say that a prominent secret society for which, oh, maybe I'm using that word wrong again. I think that one of the prominent secret societies that like bum student from last year who like took the credit for the class, he's a member of, even though he's like a lazy student who like cheats his way all of the time. I'm going to say that he is a member of this prominent society and he's pretty like upset with what happened last time. Even though he mostly got away with it, he's just kind of annoyed with her and he wants to kind of ruin her image even more and just kind of take her down. I think the society is like prominent amongst their community and things like that. And I think I want to say, and you can pull back or not if you want to do this, but I think that they might be taking down kind of top students. So I think they're targeting both me and you, Elias.
Okay.
Really, any student who proves themselves outside of the society or who won't join the society, they're kind of making a target out of.
So it's like a society of students in particular, like
yes.
Not that who try to keep their presence away from the faculty and stuff, because the faculty, even though some of them are actually ex.
I was going to say, I would say it's a mystery. I wonder if some of the faculty are members or are part of it or not, or if they're involved in it or not, I'm going to say I don't really know if it's just students and faculty or if it's just students or in general.
I think we could leave and you know what, I do kind of like the idea of it's just students and anyone who is about to graduate, their memory is wiped of the society.
Shit, that's cool. I love it.
To keep it as secret as possible.
I
So
love
that
it.
way, like someone in the society has
Look at me making a cult. Year 2. I'm
who
like, there's a cult in the school.
who would have ever guessed?
Yeah, no, I love it. I think that's perfect. I think maybe part of joining on, they go through some sort of ritual or whatever. Yeah,
Mhm.
where their memory is wiped once they graduate.
Mm.
I love it.
We'll have to
And I
maybe
want to
flesh that out
say,
a little bit later.
yeah, and I want to say, and maybe like right now, I don't know too much about it, right? But I want to say that they, or like Angelica doesn't know too much about it, but I want to say that they have been doing this to not just her, to multiple people, stealing
Yep.
their
Just
reflections.
trying to impersonate them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe this other student was actually a student from a higher year than Angelica who pointed this out and who knows what's happened. Like it's like, oh, like, yeah, this happened to someone else that in my grade or a year higher that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like, oh yeah, they were impersonated because when their shadow was taken, someone was doing something. So let's.
Part of the prompt though is what did they do? It's like whose reflection did you steal to make your reflection jealous?
Yep.
And what did they do with your reflection while they had it?
Yep.
I don't know if this is too pompous of me, but I kind of want Angelica to have like done the research and hunted down like whoever the top person of the secret organization was and like tried to steal their reflection.
That might be a little bit too.
I'm like, let me make her the baddest Mary Sue ever. Okay. Whose reflection would it? You know, my other idea was that my bunny stole my reflection and did something with it. Those were the two that I was bouncing back and forth between. What did they do with it? They should do something that would attempt to get her expelled from school or something like really problematic in school. Maybe just like purposely blunder a very big, loud spell or do something to like the headmaster or the teacher or something while impersonating her.
So this is a good opportunity to make a new student about who stole your.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
So yeah, let's go, and we need the major arcana cards.
Okay.
We're going to
all of them?
Yes. Not including the well or artist because those are extra cards for yes.
Gotcha. Yes.
But last time we cut out our student generation, and it's a little bit different from the faculty and staff that we kind of went over with the first time because there's some different things that go into this one. Same kind of thing. We're going to be drawn 4 cards to kind of piece together a student who is.
I have drawn the Emperor. 4.
4. So these, I just need the numbers, but definitely say the things as well. 4 is the house. That student was in the House of Spires.
The House of Spires are only safe in their tower because of the panthers who keep guard. The House of Spires represents the connection blades, pens, and spirituality share. While members of this house may only show interest or aptitude in one of the represented icons, they are full members of the Spire. Students in this house often carry one or more of these marks: empathy, isolation, or judgment. This might change then who I'm thinking stole my
Stole your reflection?
Yes.
So like the reason why, so we might like nix the.
No, I'm going to keep the cult for sure.
Keep the cult. Keep the secret society.
I guess I haven't decided who it is necessarily. I'm just going to keep the secret society. It's still going to be related, but we went with not the top of the society, but I don't know if it'll be a member or someone associated.
So I guess this is going to be a cult warning for this, which I don't believe appears in our warnings. So if you have bad issues with cults, Jess is not sorry, but I am.
The next card I have is the Hermit, 1x, so 9.
Ooh. So they are a second year.
Oh, so they're higher up. Okay. Oh, wait, we're second years.
We're second year.
The same
now.
year.
So they are a second year. And the second prompt is what year they're in and what position they are in the school.
You
And
ready
their
for it?
position is they work with the Academy newspaper.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Third card is going to be their secret.
I drew the devil, which is XV, which is 15.
Ooh. Their secret, and this could be relating to this prompt too, why they stole your, or what they did with your reflection. They accidentally made a sentient being.
Oh, shit. They accidentally made. How is that? Ha! Oh, shit. If this were a tarot reading, I would be very scared. I've literally drawn the Emperor, the Hermit, the Devil, and now my last card is the Hanged Man.
And that is their personality.
2x. Unless this is upside down. This is upside down. Whoops. X11. So 12.
They're honest. Their personality is very honest.
You can be arrogant and awful and honest at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. They made a sentient being. Okay. Shit. So maybe this does change things a little bit.
And then we just need a name for them. Going back to my many name generators. We thinking, because last session we did make all male dominated students and professors.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking? Swinging?
Yeah, let's do a girl. I think it'll
All right.
fit with, I think it'll, oh, actually, no, this is for the student. Girl is fine.
Girl is fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to go with that one.
Interesting.
I'm for some reason thinking like Irish, Scottish, Welsh.
All right, do it.
Not English, but
yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, actually, that was a good name that I just passed, unfortunately, but Chloe.
All right, Chloe.
Chloe Merrick.
Chloe Merrick? Yes, Chloe Merrick. No, I'll do the same thing. I'll say Chloe Merrick is, I'll switch it up a little bit though. I'll say, I think it makes sense. I think her secret, that's all very befitting. Like Chloe Merrick is a member of the secret society and she either by herself or within the secret society had made this sentient being and they're attempting to keep it a secret and they're attempting to hide it within the dorms. And so they have stolen, I keep wanting to say shadows too, but it's reflections. They have stolen reflections in order to kind of hide their sentient being so that like they can move about the campus with it. They should also, I feel like maybe they could even plant her in opportune places. And since she's a news article person too, she could also write articles and post pictures and things like that of them there at these different things. So that's what I'll say. Maybe this Chloe girl, she is an investigative reporter for her school. She kind of digs up and finds hard hitting things, but she actually crafts and creates them herself. She steals people's reflections and kind of recreates this crime scene or whatever thing. And
she like falsifies like news.
Yeah, exactly. And then creates like these stories.
So she like plants things that like actually happen, but like she's creating it to be, it's like the whole fireman who light fires to put them out type of thing.
Exactly. That exact thing. But I feel like I should figure out what it is the thing that she did for Angelica.
What do you mean?
Like, what is it that she had her impersonated sentient being do while it was Angelica, I feel like I need something. And I don't know if it should be light or silly or something weird or something simple. Maybe they just had Angelica go in and attempt to steal like test answers or like a secret book from a teacher. Something like that.
That would very much go along with the rumors already around that Angelica is
a cheat.
Cheat and kind of not worth her own worth as a student. She's just trying to get through this and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah. And that would help solidify that other student story who I would say is also in the secret society. That's what I'll go with.
So whose reflection did you steal?
Ah, shit. I thought that's right. I was supposed to be stealing hers, right? That's why we made that student.
No, we were.
That's okay. That's okay. Whose reflection did I
was.
steal? That's totally all right. Whose reflection did I steal? In order to make, that's the thing. I have to make my reflection jealous, though.
Yep. I mean, there would be an obvious answer.
I don't think I would steal Elias's, though.
No? You don't think you're...
No. I guess that would be an obvious answer, right? Because you are like my rival.
And like, what better to
and I'm
draw your
jealous
reflection
of you
back
that's
to
fair.
Yourself?
That's fair. I'm already myself jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a good idea. Let's do it. I will steal Elias's reflection.
So Elias loses his reflection at some point. And, you know, he may, same thing. He may not even notice it until someone else points it out. And after your reflection gets back, what do you do with Elias's?
I probably let it go.
So like his comes back eventually.
Yeah.
It does. This doesn't have to be a ever repeating.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think she'd do anything vindictive or vengeful or anything like that. She might do something stupid like, it's just your reflection anyways. I could only impersonate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she would just let it go.
Just using it as a means to get her own back.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Very good. Okay. That's nice. That was deep. We went deep on that one. We went deep on that one.
I like it though.
Yeah, it was nice.
It took a little bit, but I like it. You ready for yours?
Well, yeah, let's go.
You are. The 4 of Cups.
Okay.
And your major arcana is the Hermit. 1x. 9.
Uh-huh. So my brief meanings are isolation, loneliness, reemergence, disguise. That's the 4. Here, let me go back and we'll read my prompt.
Now that I'm looking at this, I was like, crap, that's right. I'm supposed to be using this card as inspiration too, right?
You can. You don't necessarily have to.
I'm going to make this fish in the cup the symbol of the secret society.
While writing notes for a spell, your pen exploded, leaving a large ink puddle across the page. A dark hand with a long arm emerged from it, grabbing your arm and made you write a new spell with incantations you've never seen. You quickly realized it had a high chance of imprisoning someone in stone or bestowing endless good fortune. Did you cast the spell? If so, what happened? If you didn't cast the spell, what did you do with your notes? Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Okay. So, as we kind of said, that like Elias is very enamored by all of this magic. He wants to try to do as much as he can with what he has and what he can do with this thing that had happened. So he's writing spells and notes and stuff. And then this like hand just reaches out through the ink and just writes a new incantation, like forcing him to write this. And because he realized there's a high chance that like it could be it could imprison someone or bestow endless good fortune, I think he's going to cast the spell. He's going to try to cast the spell.
Okay. Seems on brand.
And he did. And it does. It bestows good fortune at the cost of imprisoning someone in stone. So it wasn't either or that he thought. Because like he was hoping that it was either or and he got the good. But it was both. It was a
shit.
Basically a pact with the devil.
Shit.
And doing so, he unfortunately like forces someone to be imprisoned in stone. And he it's not that the spell bestows endless good fortune to the caster, it's that it steals someone else's good fortune. And
shit, such horrible stuff happens to Elias when he uses magic.
I know it's
so
bad,
sad.
isn't it? Like
it's so sad. I love it. It's so sad.
He wants to love and like use magic, like he wants to have fun with it, but every time he does, it seems like it goes wrong. It ends up going. And I think this was something that he was really, really hoping was going to be good because he had such a bad first year, you know? So he wanted that good fortune to like, I guess he does have some good fortune now, but like at the cost of.
How does he know though? Is it someone nearby? Like, or does he run into someone? Like, how does he know? Does he just know?
I think, yeah, it is someone who is nearby that like stumbles upon him casting this incantation. And I think it's going to be Professor Monty.
No, Kent. No, that's the good one that helped you.
I know. Like,
the one who lost all of his magic, the one who was a drunkard now and was like kind enough to help you when you were down. Wow, you really want to stab yourself.
I know, this is like I'm
right in the heart.
Really
I'm also
devastated.
Myself. I'm devastated.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking it's like who would come looking around like to see, because like Elias and Professor Monty, like they did get along after the fact, like after his incident and whatnot, and they spent some time over the break together as well. And like I can just see him, like he went off to try to like be alone, like maybe into the forest a little bit, you know, maybe to a secluded area that Professor Monty had shown him. And as he's casting this incantation, he comes into this clearing and he's trapped into the incantation, and it's something that Elias had started, and for whatever reason he couldn't stop. It was like he was literally possessed to continue to finish this incantation.
Yep.
And maybe it wasn't exactly like that Professor Monty was imprisoned in stone. Maybe he was turned into stone.
I mean, so I kind of like both. I kind of like just that idea of just like entombed almost.
Yeah. And now that like this has happened, like he gained what he wanted. He wanted good fortune, but it was unfortunately at the cost of someone that he held dear.
Shit, dude, I don't have to do like anything to you. You're doing it all to yourself.
I know. It's terrible.
Oh my gosh. What is Elias going to do? Like, he literally turns, sees this professor in stone.
With all of this, like, I think he, after the incantation is completed, after he is done being forced to cast the spell, essentially, because at a point, like when Professor Monty came in, he was going to stop, but he couldn't. I think this is kind of like a turning point for him where he's just like, I can't just keep willy-nilly like using magic like this. And he has a goal to break this spell, break this curse now to free Professor Monty from his confinement. Darker turn this year for certain. Holy crap.
Yeah.
But that was, my own doing.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
I like it. I feel like Elias is going to get to the end, and I feel like I have this weird feeling that he's going to like win all of this magic stuff, and he's just not going to want it at all.
Yeah,
that's the direction that I sense Elias is going.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Now that I think back on my story, the student that stole her shadow or stole her reflection was supposed to be honest. I made her very deceitful, but she was supposed to be honest.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe that, like, kind of what we said with Drew Taylor, how he was supposed to be studious, but it's just how he looks, how he comes across as. So, like, her personality viewed by others is honest.
An honest reporter.
But she is actually very deceitful and is lying to everyone and creating these false stories to get her paper, to get the paper read, or to get her articles read or on the front page, you know?
Perfect. I love it. I love it. That will work. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, wait.
Yeah. Time for your second prompt.
Oh God, my heart still hurts from yours.
Mine does too.
My chest is so tight right now. I'm so sad. Oh man.
That hermit card just worked out so well. Like, there was no way I couldn't not have someone imprisoned. And the fact that it was also, you know, like, someone dear to him, that made it so, like, because it's isolation and loneliness. And what's more lonely than losing one of the people who, like, helped you through one of your hardest times? And
really,
it's
the
your
only
cause.
person.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so much worse because, like, you're gonna have all these good things happen to you because you have good luck. And
yeah,
like,
have good fortune, hopefully. Yeah, like,
and you know it's because of this dude stuck as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible. You're horrible, Kent. You're a villain.
It is very much seeing like that, you know, like the way that Angelica wants it to be seen, and the way that, like, her view of Elias is like he's a monster who keeps hurting himself and others with magic. And like, but yeah. All right. So what's your card?
Okay. I have the 8 of Cups. And it's this person sitting on a cliffside looking at the moon. And my major arcana is the Chariot, 7.
So the Chariot, 7.
Yes.
Triumph, aggression, control, willpower. You discovered several runes carved into the floor under your bed. Your research revealed that they were meant to imbue you with fear. What fears did you have at the time? How recent did the carving look? Who had access to your room to do this? So this is kind of playing really well into your initial thing that, like, someone's who had probably either tried recruiting you into this secret society and you spurned their invitation, and now they're trying to ruin you. But this is your prompt.
Yeah. No, I think I agree. I think that it fits well. I'm going to say, wow. So she finds and discovers these runes of fear in her bedroom. I think that no one, she's a pretty private person. Like I mentioned, she kind of keeps to herself, and she's pretty self-driven and kind of alone in her rise to the top. And she's just determined to not really care about anyone else here and really just get what she needs to get to be that top student. So she's really given access to no one to her room. So it's very, very concerning that anyone would have come into here to do this. She has no idea who it could be, possibly the society, but she does not have any proof as of right now, right? Just only suspicion because they have targeted her perhaps in the past. Or maybe she still doesn't know. Who knows? I think her greatest fears would be just even having self-doubt. She doesn't even want to doubt herself for even a second, because she feels like that will just distract her and just be in the way of her getting what she needs to do. And just the worry of her failing and what that will mean for her friend. She kind of bears just like a lot of responsibility there.
How recent do you think the carvings looked? Were they like within the couple of months that you had or within the couple of days or weeks of your reflection being stolen and you returning it?
I would say probably after that.
After that?
Yeah. They're not, I don't think she caught it right away, unfortunately. I think it's been there probably maybe for a month or two. I think she's really angry because she started to kind of self-doubt herself with like these fears and she wasn't sure why. And I think she's really angry and wants someone to blame. Was there anything else in the prompt?
Yeah, no, it was what your fears were, how recent the carving looked, and who had access to your room. What did Angelica do when after she found out what these runes mean?
Gosh, every part of me wants to burn the dorm down to the ground, but that's me, Jess. I think she's actually going to be quiet about it. She's going to learn it, figure out how to dismantle it, erase it, and then she's just going to be quiet about it. Pretend like it never happened in a way. She's going to be trying to hunt down who has done this to her.
Okay.
But in a sort of quiet way. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of
slow burning.
Slow burn, just kind of research and like who was around, like probably a little tough being that like you have no idea how long they've been there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh God, you're right. I should also ward my room. I'm gonna ward my room like shit.
Make sure no one else can get in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Maybe even leave some silly traps. You know how they like paint bomb people who like open money bags and stuff like that, or something like that. Something along those lines.
Okay, let's draw a card for my next prompt.
You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups.
Oh, that was the one that I got a glimpse of.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace of Cups. And your major arcana. Temperance. You got the Temperance card. It is X1V, so 14. You know, now that we're doing this now for the second time, I forget which card is supposed to be the inspiration card. Are they both?
They can be both. Like the major arcana is what we should be majorly drawing inspiration out of. And with this one, it was X1V, correct?
Yes. Yes. X1V, 14.
Lack of control, balance, chaos remains. You found a stack of books abandoned in the common room. Curious, you thumbed through them and realized certain highlighted passages were linked together to form a phrase. A king is waiting for his constellation at the stroke of midnight. Find him in the river. Was this some elaborate prank or the mark of a secret society? Did you uncover more clues? Who do you think left the books in plain sight? There is a stream that breaks the campus in two. Could it be involved? So this prompt really like blends together a few things, because I'm thinking, so like the secret society that you've kind of created
with a fish.
I think this is very much this secret society that we kind of talked about a little bit already, that they, with the fish, because the thing is find him in the river. That is the inspiration to that, or that is like the invitation to find the secret society. And like that is the mark that you kind of wanted to give them, was the fish. And the thing is, like, a king is waiting for his constellation at the stroke of midnight. Professor Monty was the professor of astronomy.
Oh my God, that's right.
So I think the society found out what I did, what happened. And they left these books with this passage, this phrase, as like an invitation for him in turn to like join the society in terms of helping to free Professor Monty from what I have done. So I think, and very much so, like Elias is very curious by nature. Like he just wants to keep going, and clearly he has yet to learn a lesson.
I was just thinking, I was like, it would be Elias, curious Elias to thumb through these books and find these words.
Yep. And I think Elias is going to go and uncover more clues, try to find maybe in one of these books there is that little mark of a fish. You know? So at the stroke of midnight is, like he's going to go out to the river at midnight and he's going to meet someone. And perhaps there's actually like this little thing that he had noticed by the river during his first year. Like it's known to several students. It's just a little fish sculpture that's in one of the bigger rocks that's next to the river that flows through. So I think he's going to go there and he is going to meet with this secret society. They're going to lure him in with the prospects of helping to free Professor Monty, something that he is already well into trying to do himself.
You're going to join, you motherfucker. You're going to join.
And Elias is going to join the secret society.
Who would have thought you're the one in the cult and not me?
I know, this is surprising for us. But it's very much going along with like the inspiration of kind of like that chaos, that lack of control he feels, that like he can't do this alone into freeing Monty there. So he's going to join up, and hey, this is good fortune that is unfortunately coming from Monty. He's found someone that can help him break this, what he now sees as a curse. So he's using what Monty is very much still giving him guidance, even imprisoned as he is.
We should name this secret society.
We're going to have to name this society.
Yeah.
So, damn.
What were the words too in the, what was the phrase in the book again?
The phrase was, "A king is waiting for his constellation at the stroke of midnight. Find him in the river." That was the phrase that was highlighted that Elias had found.
I was trying to think if there was something in there to kind of inspire the name for the society, but
well, I think it kind of is. It's a king. A king is waiting. Find the king in the river. So it is the leader of the secret society, who they have dubbed themselves a king. So maybe it has something to do with royals.
Maybe like the king's court, or just the royals.
It could be the royals, or I do kind of like the king's court.
Right, I kind of like the king's court.
So I think this is secret society is going to be revealed to Elias as the king's court. And it is explained to Elias that they are a secret society that has been hidden from the faculty and staff, like we had said before.
That means do you then go through the ritual to have your memory erased when you?
It would be like after, and that like there's no faculty know, but the roots of this society run throughout the student body and then trickle into what would be the rest of the world. And maybe it was founded by a king who made his way to the academy, to Blackroot here. And, as kings do, as people of noble lineage, they want to make things about themselves. So.
I love how well these things come full circle.
This is turning out very, very, very good. And we're very,
good
very
story,
bad.
But we'll see what happens to our characters, right?
Yes.
All right. Are we on to our final card?
For Angelica, yep.
All right.
Did you shuffle the...
Nope. Good call, Kent. It's funny how I continue to do the same things over and over.
Oh, so just to say, like, not the cups card. Those get removed.
Yes, they're removed.
The major arcana gets shuffled back in. Okay.
Yep. All right. Last card is the 9 of Cups.
You got the 8, then the 9.
Yes. It's just a guy, kind of standing, surrounded by cups. And my major arcana is the Devil, XV 15.
Your brief meanings for that card are obsession, conflict, violence, force, freedom. And it was the 9 of Cups.
Yes, the 9 of Cups.
Oh, ready?
As I'll ever be. Oh, you look so excited. Okay, hit me.
For several weeks, a ghost follows you from hall to hall, hovering in your peripheral and disappearing when you turn to look. When you finally captured the ghost through magical means, they told you a traitor hunts you. How do you pay the ghost for this information? How do you interpret the message?
Huh. How do I pay the ghost? Shit, how do I pay a ghost? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What do ghosts want?
Ghost change? I don't know.
Okay, wait. So I have the Devil as my inspiration here, which was force, violence, freedom.
Obsession, conflict, violence, force, freedom.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go pretty, I think, simple with this. Angelica's been pretty angered and upset for quite some time with all of these things that have been happening this year. She's been constantly the target of things. And I think what we're going to do now is that she's just obsessed and like pissed off and annoyed with just this secret society continuing to be at her. And it's going to be like her additional mission now to just completely dismantle and destroy this secret society.
So I don't know if you were thinking about this, but like maybe the ghost saw who snuck into your room and carved those runes.
Ooh.
And like that is what they mean.
How she
how she finds out who they are.
Yeah. I like it. And I think she's just going to become obsessed with like taking them down. And now that she has discovered who they are, at least the first person, she's just going to continue to pull at this until she can unravel and dismantle the whole thing. And I think I want to say that the ghost has kind of been either in servitude or enslaved by whatever this spell is, or maybe it's been under this trapped spell for a long time. And I think in exchange, she's just going to help the ghost be free.
Oh, no, you capture the ghost through magical means.
I know, but I'm going to say that it was also trapped in like...
in another...
Like in another thing in order to like follow her. Like I think it was bespelled and trapped to kind of follow her and kind of track her and things like that by the secret society.
And that's why it would just like disappear when you tried to...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think she's just going to help set it free. Yeah.
Ghosts do like their freedom.
Yes. Yep.
To do spooky things.
Yeah.
Happy spooky season, y'all.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, that's right. This would be coming out during spooky time. So yes. Did you know, okay, random aside, did you know apparently, and I don't know if this is verified or not, because I just learned this from social media in one post. So this could be completely incorrect. But I think this October there's supposed to be a Friday the 13th and like a blue moon, like a lunar moon, like a
blood moon, yeah.
Like a 2 full moon in a month type of situation. This October.
Was it a blue moon? I know there's a blood moon this October too.
Maybe it's a blood moon. Okay. All in this month. This is a spooky October.
Spooky seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that works out really well with the ghost and you actually finding out about the secret society is now.
Especially now that Elias has joined and I'm like, I'm going to tear them apart, not knowing Elias is part of it.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Ooh.
It's perfect. I like the idea.
Rivals.
Yeah, I like the idea that somehow this game has pitted us as rivals without also directly having to do it ourselves, you know?
Yep.
It's kind of just come about.
Yep.
You ready for your last card?
I am. If it is the 10 I read that prompt, it will not work for my character. And we will just get this.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a really cool card, though. Holy shit. This card looks beautiful. Your card is the 7 of Cups. And holy shit, this card is... I'm going to send you a picture. I don't know if you're getting my pictures, but this card is amazing.
I am. I have not been looking at them because I've been getting plenty of inspiration just through my own wanting to apparently destroy myself.
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm like, I didn't even use that card, but you know what? I like what happened.
Mm-hmm. I
like that there are multiple. I was a little bit worried, right? Because we're both not entirely creative improv people, right? But I like that there are multiple sources of inspiration, both from like the story, the character we created from each other, and from 2 different sources of cards, plus like the symbolism from the book. There's a lot of rich resources to like really help craft the story.
Yeah, it's been really great so far.
Yeah, I agree. And your major arcana is strength. VIII, so 8.
Strength.
Oh, this is also a very pretty card.
Okay, let me read that.
Oh, 7 of Cups just looks wicked. Holy crap. This must be a wicked card.
VIII, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Courage, paranoia, energy, rage. Yeah, the 7 of Cups does look...
It looks so
wicked.
It's so funny because like between the 7 of Cups and the Strength card, they look so contrasted to each other.
They do. Like one is kind of a little bit what we would deem more like evil, and the other one is more good because like the Strength has a lion with an angelic looking woman kind of like resting her hands on the lion's head.
Yeah.
And the 7 of Cups it's a masked, hooded figure holding a skull with this like reptilian looking worm creature because it only has 2 front legs.
Yeah.
But okay. You tried your first solo ritual your second year. After 12 hours of chanting by candlelight without stopping, the ritual worked. Which of these did you perform, and what happened as a result? Revealed hidden knowledge, transformed an object, bound an object to place, summoned a devil, or spoke with the dead.
Wow, this is your first one solo.
That the school knows.
That's fair.
But there's that good fortune again, you know, like he's getting more.
Look at you, future top student.
But which one of those are?
Do you know it'd be interesting-ish? If when Monty had turned to stone, he kind of died for a little bit.
I mean, yeah, like he was. Well, he was bound to stone.
That's fair.
Not necessarily. He was imprisoned in stone, not turned. I was saying he turned into a statue as a means of like kind of imprisoning him in that
gotcha
type of thing. And
I also like the item one.
Yeah, the transformed an object and bound an object to place, like that is very much something that he unfortunately had a hand in doing to a degree with like imprisoning Professor Monty there. But like revealed hidden knowledge or like summoned the devil, both could go really far with what he wants to do, you know? And like I think that revealing hidden knowledge is the one that he's going to perform, because he needs knowledge that he doesn't have access to, that maybe no one has access to. Maybe he spent several weeks in the library this year because just trying to find information about this incantation that he did early on in the year, because it was something that was new to him. Maybe it was just a new incantation that had happened. And maybe he's summoning a devil.
We're switching. Okay.
Because with his first thing, there was a being that reached out through his spilled ink and forced him to write that incantation to begin with.
Ooh, okay.
And maybe that was kind of a catalyst to summoning this devil. And like some of the research that he had put through in the library trying to figure out this incantation, like the stuff that had happened with him, how like this being like reached through the ink and literally forced his hand into writing this incantation, giving him this new spell, which, as devils do, they always try to make it seem like a better deal than it ever is. So he summons this. I'm going to go with he summons this devil. He's summoning a devil, and it is the devil that he found, the one that gave him access to the original ritual that he had done.
I want to know what Elias wants to ask it.
This is a very open prompt, because there's only one question.
Yeah.
And that is, what ritual did I perform?
Yeah.
And
you summon a devil.
I summon a devil, and I think it's because this is his time to get answers more than anything, like what that incantation was supposed to do. Like why was he chosen to potentially cast this? Because he did recite the incantation by himself of his own volition,
Mm-hmm. But why did it work for him?
And why did it work? Why was he chosen to write this incantation? Why wasn't it someone else?
Mm-hmm.
I believe the devil responds with, he has great potential. He has an abundance of magic at his disposal. And that he was chosen by this devil so this devil could be freed. And I do think that this is another kind of unfortunate thing that he has done, where Elias is has just released a devil. And maybe
you mean you summoned him permanently?
Yeah. It is a ritual. I think he has summoned this devil
into this plane of existence.
Into this plane to the upside. This devil is bound to him in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say that this is a fiendish little devil. He's a little imp who probably has more power than he should. But even being an imp, being this crafty little thing, he's able to, with this good fortune that Professor Monty has given Elias, to an unfortunate degree, that this devil is not just free in this world, but he cannot be unsummoned. He is bound to Elias.
Shit. That's even worse. Yes. I thought he was just gonna freely walk the school and go do shit, but bound to Elias.
He's bound to Elias by the good fortune that Elias has stolen from Professor Monty.
Hmm.
And through this, one of the things that Elias 100% asks this devil is how he can break the incantation that he had cast to free Professor Monty. And I think an unfortunate turn of events is that Elias has access to that knowledge. He has this devil bound to him, but the devil is not freely giving this information. So he has no way to actually free Professor Monty this year.
Mm.
And he'll have to continue to work with this devil or try to goad this devil into revealing his knowledge in a different way. But at the end of it, Elias actually, as sad news as that is, that he has lost his mentor at this school. But having this devil bound to him has given him a new strength that he's going to be able to free him one day.
Interesting. Elias is definitely recruiting an interesting group of creatures and people to help him right the things that he has messed up on.
Yes.
They're not exactly the best or trustworthy.
Yes. And Angelica too, like she's kind of falling into almost a paranoia of her own, where she's like,
rightly so.
Yeah, like she's kind of like, she's held herself so high in her own standards that she's kind of collapsing into a paranoia, and like the fact that like people keep looking down on her or things keep happening to make them doubt her.
Yeah. And she's honestly losing sight of her mission in a way too.
Yeah.
Well, that is the end of year 2.
That is the end of year 2. And it very much was darker than our first year.
Yeah, I agree. We've got some you've got some allies, I've got some enemies.
I don't know if they're quite allies.
True. Allies.
Because it's a secret society and a devil. They both have their own agendas, and unfortunately Elias's only agenda is right now freeing Professor Monty.
Yeah. Who for sure deserves it.
But there's one last thing. Like last year, there's a little blurb. It's actually more than a blurb.
In between years. Not in between years?
Oh, okay. Ish. So let me read this blurb. You had strange dreams during the last month of the school year. They became clearer as time wore on, and you realized it was the speaking gem calling to you. One night, you couldn't resist it any longer and felt compelled to visit the speaking gem after midnight. It showed you a secret path where others couldn't follow you. Your rival arrived at the same time you did. You both touched the speaking gem simultaneously, and it said, "What you seek is hidden in the Grand Rotunda." The Grand Rotunda rests on a natural platform near the south end of campus. Do you visit the Rotunda? Or do you let your rival go alone?
Holy shit. I just realized at this point, we both have something that we for sure want to find. Like we have something hidden that we for sure have been looking for this entire time. And now, unfortunately for me, we are both trying to save someone and protect someone. Literally, our mission is the same. God damn it.
If you visited, what did you find hidden in the rotunda? Was it something you could take? Or was it a door? An idea? A view? A person? A symbol? A curse? A soul? Or a sacrifice?
We answer that now? We answer that now, right?
This is actually one of the cooler couple of pages because that spans 2 pages. I don't have the actual book, so I believe it is 2 pages side by side.
Yeah.
And Jess, you see that it's page 39 and 40.
Wait, there's more. It says a tool,
yes,
a key, a body.
I did not scroll quite far down enough. I just like ending it on sacrifice because I saw those and we're just like, ooh, wait, the sacrifice I ended
Oh,
on
that's a
really,
good
really
one.
good. Yeah.
That's a good one. Well, I think we answered this now, though, right? Just like
Yeah.
last time?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, at least on one hand, we get to decide this together.
Yeah. But yeah, both of us, I think both of us would go to the Grand Rotunda.
What did you find hidden in the rotunda? Was it something you could take? What you seek is hidden in the Grand Rotunda.
I think.
What if it's a person? What if it's a person and it's not really a person? I don't know. What do you think?
This is. So obviously we both go to the Grand Rotunda.
Like yes. I mean, that's yes.
Want something out of this. Like the speaking gem is telling us that like, hey, I have an answer to your problems. Like there's an answer to your problem right now.
Yes.
And the thing is like, I know the forefront of Elias's mind is his current problem, you know, the like his like need to know stuff about the incantation with like Professor Monty and trying to free him. But I think Angelica's is different than her original one, you know?
I was just going to say, I was like, you know, I don't think Mandy is at the forefront of her mind.
This year has taken a very heavy toll on Angelica's mental fortitude about what she wants and who she's doing this for now, you know?
What if then it is something very important, symbolic, powerful, and important to the secret society? Something that would help you for sure in the secret society to free whatever Monty, you know, if you care that much about him. I'm just trying to think like that's the overlap that I see.
Yeah.
Between the two of us.
So I think what if it is
maybe it's something that holds it together. I don't know. You know what I mean?
What if it's a book? What if it is a book that is generally owned, like kept by the secret society? Mm-hmm. Normally it is kept by the secret society. They have found this book at the academy centuries ago. And it has been in their possession since now. Like maybe we find it hidden in the Grand Rotunda. Like one of us finds a trap door, a door that leads down to a shrine of sorts. And in this shrine is this book, and it is kind of being displayed. And this book is massive. It is one of those like grand looking mythical, just giant tomes that would like take up our desks now, like huge, like 5 foot open.
Holy shit. Okay.
And it's just great. And it's filled with just old magic incantations and stuff that like we actually can't read. And maybe with you, it's also, there's been stuff added to the book. There's been information about the society that has been added to the book. And maybe it's a book. The book is constantly being added to. Even now, as we're in it, we are reading this book, and it is showing us this moment.
Okay.
And if we flip back a couple of pages, it's been about us.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
And like for you, it shows you about the society and like who has been
with like more details about our life and like the influences and things like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And maybe like not the whole book, but like we flip back a few pages and it's like when we first bloomed magic into our lives.
Ooh.
It is something that the society has been looking for. And it is people who have been like powerful mages, and like we flip further back and it has been like powerful mages throughout our century who, like, even in our modern world, we've heard stories of, like Nicholas Flamel, who has been seen. We notice his name in this book, and other
Merlin.
Merlin and other names that we've seen in our books, that in our worlds, that we just see as fantasies, old stories, but like they're written in this book and they've been powerful mages. Now our names are in this book together.
I love it. That's so good. I love it. I love it. I think that's great.
And now this gives us kind of something to, why is the society watching us, and like what do they want with powerful mages? And like the fact that we now know, like we knew before with our divination from the first year that we were going to be powerful mages. And now we kind of confirm it here, you know?
And what do they want with us?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I also kind of like that it's so big that we can't take it.
Yep. And like the reason why it is so big is because it
holds so many people and information and things.
Keeps getting added to, and like and like say we're there, and like this is actually, it was towards the end of a page, you know, and while we're there, like the page flips and a new page is grown in the book. And maybe one of us notices that it gets ever so slightly bigger. Like just a little bit wider, just a little bit taller. Like millimeters, micrometers, just like a small amount. But Angelica probably
I was just gonna say
it.
Angelica probably can see it in like some sort of patterning or something.
Yeah.
Shit. That's good.
Yeah. Gives us a lot to think about for our third year. But this is going to be an interesting third year, because our third year is represented by the Deck of Pentacles.
Yes.
So
rituals, summons.
But that is the end of our second year. We hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as we enjoyed bringing it to life so far. This is something that we have not done. Our first couple of episodes that others have is our usual farewell. And
our usual outro. Thank you, Rainey, for helping us and stuffing it.
Please like and follow us. We're on all of the socials. We go live every other Friday. This Friday,
the night that the podcast comes out, we're live every other Friday. So the night that this podcast comes out, we're still on RuneQuest. Around 7 p.m. ish, we do our best, but things inevitably happen. So we're sometimes a little late, sometimes we're a little on time. But we're doing RuneQuest. That is run by Christian. He is running 6 seasons in Sartar. We have a couple more episodes left of this. We've got of Tangled Blessings. We have year 4, year 3, and then it's our final battle, right? So I think we're at 3 more episodes left. So, we're halfway through. And this has been really great. And then after that, I'm not sure. I think a couple other people, I know Christian has recorded like a solo, right?
That might, I want to say, because you're actually going to be going on vacation for a couple of weeks during October.
Yes.
So we might take a break from this for our next one.
That's right. We've got a Halloween episode.
We'll have a Halloween episode that we'll be doing at some point in October. But one of our next podcasts might be a different thing. So, because Jess may not be able to record for a bit because she is going on vacation, a much deserved vacation. But I guess we will say goodbye and for now, and we will see you again next time. Thank you for listening, and
Don't make deals with devils
don't make deals with devils.
or fish.